This is Lee with 82 Gaming 12. I've got another video over Airborne over Europe, Volume 2 of The Last 100 Yards, designed by Mike Denson and put out by GMT Games in 2020. And sponsors, we've got Okie Dokie Dice, we got multiple colors. Here's just two sets, got a red and a purple. Here says tomorrow never dice. Other side says better think dice, better think twice, you know. So let's see, you can find out more information at okidokeydice.com. And when I purchased these, they were $5.99. So, and then we have Mertu, men's jewelry, and they've got some really fine on them bracelets. What else you would call them? Made of leather. And these metallic clasps are made of stainless steel. Just like that. Very high quality and very reasonably priced. Go check them out at mertu.com. Okay. So we're ready to go with another turn, or phase, however we want to do it. So let's roll here. The Americans have the initiative. They also get a +2 on their roll. And so we've got a 5 and a 2. So actually we've got the Germans get the initiative. So I have to check to see how that affects the future initiative die rolls. I guess the Americans keep getting +2. Okay. All right, so let's see what we got here. Let's see. We could try to roll for both of our platoons to act together. 1 and 2, Wagner and Moeller. Let's do that. So we roll and we get a 9. So yes, they do. So they're both, all of them is going to get to go at the same time. And we're going to fire on these, on the Americans. So let's see here. We've got this unit here. He's going to fire on someone different this time. He did fire on this guy last time. It's in that stone building. Hard to get a piece of him. He's going to fire right there. This guy is firing right there. So that's just going to be a 0. On him. Cover him up. course, none of these guys are actually going to leave their improved positions. This guy here is going to fire here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 10, 6. Okay, that's going to be a -3. This guy here is going to fire 1, 2, 3, 4. That'd be a -1. He'll fire there. This guy is going to fire here. That's only 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's 0. Okay, this guy, machine gun. 1, 2, 3. That's 0. This other guy right here, yeah, well, he'll fire up there. 4, gonna be a -1. This guy here, guess he'll fire up there. Tell you what, he's gonna miss. He's just gonna fire here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's actually gonna fire here. 2, 3, 4. That's a -1. And then this guy is gonna fire at this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. -2. Oops. Okay. So now we got reactions. Now, movement is going to be restricted. 2 movement points or 1 hex. So this guy, I think if he's disrupted, he can't call. I don't think he can call. Yeah. So this unit here is not able. So I would think that has to go back. This don't go back until it's called for, though. So we can't call for that. Okay, so he's suppressed. Two. So it's even. He's going to try to recover. Okay, he's -1 because he's, +1 because he's suppressed, -1 because he's elite. So he's got to get less than his cohesion. And he got a 5. All right, so he's going to recover. So put him like that. Okay. So he's moving. So actually get to there. You can only go to there. Let me check to see what that bridge, if you bridge cost. Just 1, okay. Two, he goes to there. 1 and 2. These guys, they would have seen. This guy, he can't see. That guy can't see. That guy's staying. That guy already moved, did something. He tried to recover. Okay. So see reaction. So yeah, he can react. So actually he's going to there. This guy goes to there. This guy goes to there. Okay. This guy actually goes back to here. Well, he didn't go yet. This guy's actually going to roll for his recovery, so we've got to have less than or equal to 3. Got an 8, so nothing. Now this guy goes. Okay. Now we do, well, should have done fire resolution before I do all of this. So this guy would actually stay here. Okay, so let's roll here with a German. So we're going to roll there first on this one. 2 minus 1 is a 1. Now we got a minus 3. Okay. That has no effect. Go to here. Okay, the first one got a 7. Okay, that's kind of disrupting. Well, possibly. Let's see what the other one does. You got a 7 and a 7, so it'll just be a disruption. Okay. Oops. Alright, here we've got first one minus 1, 0. Okay, next one, got a 3, no effect. Okay, then we go down here to this one, 8, becomes a 7, he's disrupted. And then this guy here, 1 becomes a 0, so no effect there. Alright, so we've got 2 units that are disrupted. That's where we're at. And that's another video. This one went a little faster. I'm already up to this 19 minutes. So, alright, I'm going to stop right there. We got to roll first for a time lapse. Didn't do that. For 3 minutes. Oh no. Okay, so yeah. 1 hour. So far 1 hour's passed, and we've got the Americans on the bridge trying to push through, see what they can do. They weren't able to really do much that time except move up and take fire. So I'm gonna put this guy up here. They don't have their mortars right now, so disadvantage. Okay, so the British are the Germans are holding the line there. The Americans are moving up to assault the bridge hex and neighboring hexes. So we'll see what happens in the next video. Like I said, if you're enjoying the videos, I suggest that you look at some other ones that I have, and maybe subscribe if you want. So any comments, be happy to answer any questions, or look at anything that possibly I'm doing wrong. That way I can correct it. I don't want to keep doing the same thing over and over wrong. So my thoughts, I guess, on the first few turns here. The game is really not that complicated once you kind of understand some of the basic ideas, and kind of wrap your head around the mechanics that set this game apart, which has to do with you got one side's activating, the other side's reacting, and then the other side reacts to their reaction until you have where all of the units either have acted or maybe they pass. So kind of a unique way of handling things, which is different, but I like it. The combat is rather simplified. Don't have a lot of modifiers, and you've got the strength of the unit, which are pretty basic for pretty much all the units. You've got the range, which diminishes the firepower, and then you've got these different modifiers, which there's not that many really. Same thing with that anti-tank. It's handled the same way with the range, and then the different modifiers. So, and the resolution is pretty straightforward. I think one thing that I don't know, I guess I have a hard time with, is that you're not going to suffer any, let's see, you're not going to suffer a casualty unless you're already disrupted, or the fire attack result is greater than or equal to 10. So you have a lot of disruptions. So you don't have a lot of just outright casualties, losses. So I don't know. I think historically, you got all that bullets flying around. You're gonna have units that are getting made, shot up, chewed to pieces, and so forth. was deadly with the automatic fire and the weapons that they had at the time. I guess that might be one of my only, I guess, issues. It's not a big issue, I guess, because you're still going to get casualties. It's just, you can still get casualties if you roll a high number, but most of you're going to have is you're going to have disruptions, and then you can get casualties. So I'll see how it goes once we get into more of a firefight, and also with the assaults. I don't know. I don't know how many actual, historically the assaults. They, of course, you had assaults, but hand to hand, or I guess assaults is really just in close proximity. It doesn't have to be hand to hand. Just in real close proximity occurred usually with city fighting. I don't know about that. That occurring too much when you're out in the open. You don't want to just run up on your opponent. You shoot them from a distance. We'll see how it goes. I've got several World War II, I guess, tactical games. I've got fighting formations, which I'm going to take another look at. I've got Operation Dauntless, which is completely game of its own. And let's see, I've got Combat Commander, which it's Pacific. I don't have the Europe version of that, so that's kind of hard to, I guess, compare with this because you've got Japanese, but you can still compare the combat and the casualties, losses, and so forth, and the modifiers. I think I'll pull both of those out and kind of do a comparison because those are tactical games as well, and I believe both of those are GMT games, and kind of get an idea of which system I like and why. Explain why I like this system over this one. But I think I'll do that. I do like the time track where it's you don't know how much time is gonna go by. It's not going to be the same after every turn. And the casualty track, if you lose some guys early pretty quick, it can go bad on you. The Germans, if they lose 3, then it can turn south on them, and they could lose. And the Americans, they're not much better with just 5. So I think it's a little too early to really decide whether or not this is something I want to play a lot, put on my table and play a lot, or if it's maybe I want to go with something else, whether it be fighting formations or Combat Commander, or the thing about Combat Commander is the cards. I'm still having a difficult time wrapping my head around those cards. I grew up with the old Avalon Hill games, playing back in the late 70s and the 80s. And, pretty much most of my gaming experience has been solo. I have an older brother, but he was never too interested in playing the war games. He was more of a role-playing guy. So I've got a lot of experience playing different games. It's just all solo, and solo play is a little, different than playing face to face. So, but I'm looking forward to taking a look at the those other two systems. I've already played both of those systems some, so I can take a look at those now and look at this and say, well, hey, this is the system I want to play. I don't know if I want to really keep three different systems. I'm going to keep the Operation Dauntless. That's a, like I said, a game in a class by itself. In the way that it's got the reaction fire, so I see a lot of that in this game here with the reactions. It's got a reaction cycle that for armor that is kind of unique, and so I see a little bit of that maybe in this game, which is kind of neat. The maps, I'll say the maps. I love the maps. The graphics and whoever did the maps, this is outstanding. I like the contour lines. I like those, and I like just the graphics, the colors that are used. The counters are very pleasing, and they're easy to see. They're nice and big. I like big counters, and everything's right there, easy to see. You know what's what with a quick glance. I've got being 54. I've got bifocals, so counters, small counters are kind of a hindrance, and so it's nice. Plus my big hands, I don't necessarily have to use the tweezers all the time. So, but I'll take a look at those games and then give some thoughts about the different systems. And as I play through this, also letting you know about my opinion about this, and whether I like it or don't like it, that is my opinion. That's a personal opinion. Doesn't mean the game is not good or that the game is bad. It just, hey, for me, it's just didn't do anything special for me. And I'll be honest and point out to what the positive things I see and negative things I see. But my opinion has to be taken with a grain of salt because it's just my opinion. It's it's not the final word. Mike Denson has done a fabulous job here creating a system that is unique in its own way, and so I don't want to run that down because I think it is a unique system. I may just point out this or that about one thing or another that I'm not too happy with or I don't really like about something. But this is really in my opinion, here we go again, a really fascinating system that is unique, and it's kind of nice to see new systems, new ideas, and some of those are borrowed, I'm sure, from other games. You take a little bit here, you take a little bit of there, and you make it your own, and that's what makes your game unique, your system unique. And I see that with Napoleonic war games. That's really, I guess, that, and I have a fondness for those war games, and also the Pacific campaign during World War II, and I mean also just I guess naval combat during World War II. really a fascination with the Bismarck campaign, but also the carrier combat kind of fascinates me. And so, I've got kind of a broad range of likes, I guess, when it comes to gaming. And I've got quite a few games I need to pass on, sell off, and because they're not going to get played. And this could be one that maybe I just don't have a lot of great interest in. I can't tell that right at the moment, but I'll be honest and tell you my opinion about the game. And also, like I said, I'm going to compare it to Combat Commander and Fighting Formations. And I know that coming out with another Fighting Formations, I've got the two that are out now, Kharkov, and then they're going to have one with the 29th Infantry, the U.S. 29th Infantry. That's going to be the focus. And I'll be purchasing that as well. I do like the Fighting Formations. It's got some unique things as well. So, but just stay tuned. Hopefully on the next video, I'll throw in some ideas and some comparisons between Airborne. Well, actually, the last 100 yards is the system, and Combat Commander and Fighting Formations. So stay tuned for those, the next videos I have. And I wish you a wonderful weekend. Tomorrow's Friday, so I don't know how much I'll get done between, or actually on the weekend, but we'll see. I'll try to keep these videos kind of short and not do too much at one time. It makes it easier, I guess, to view them. You don't have to sit for an hour to watch one. You can just sit for 30 minutes or so. And hopefully my gameplay will speed up a little bit. It's going to slow down with the assaults, I know, because like I said, this is my first foray into this this system, and so I'm learning as I go along here. I've already made a few mistakes, but the assaults is that's probably the bread and butter of this system is the assaults. That's what they say is the last 100 yards. So it'd be interesting to take a good look at the assaults procedures and how that all works. And so we'll possibly get some of that either this next video or the video after, depending on what happens to this U.S. unit right here, whether or not they can survive right where they're at. They're going to take some hits. So, okay, I'll catch you later. Appreciate your support in watching the videos, hitting like. Remember, if you want to ask a question or make a comment, go right ahead. I'll try to respond with any questions or any issues that you may have. So, all right, I'll catch you on the next video.